Good morning, everybody. I finally got Animal Crossing on the Switch. Well, I finally got a Switch. I've been on the fence about getting a Switch for so long, and if you're on the fence about it, I highly freaking recommend it. I was kind of in the dumps for the past, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks, just not sure what to look forward to. You know how it is, you know how it be. And I got Animal Crossing, and it's just the best escape. It's very peaceful, relaxing, and I was on the fence about it because I thought I'd get bored of it pretty fast, but it is actually really addicting, and it's part of my morning routine now. I wake up, I play 30 minutes of Animal Crossing, I do my gardening, I walk around, complete some missions, collect some wood, and I make myself a cup of tea, and then I get to work. So yeah, it's been a really big mood booster. Highly recommend the Nintendo Switch. They did such a good job with the device. Like, as a hardware engineer, I was just flipping it around, looking at all the attachment points, and it's just really well designed. I've been spending some time watching Animal Crossing gameplays on YouTube and island tours, and some people have their island at a whole nother level. It is insane. Anyways, I have also been working on my stationery sticker store. You should follow my stationery store Instagram, Swang Studio. It's very much in the works. I don't even know fully what products I'm offering yet. So I'm working on some prototypes. So Instagram is kind of just me posting whatever at the moment, but I'm hoping to have some product photos soon once I get that finalized. But I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of preview, a little sneak preview. I'm working on some bullet journal templates and some stickers, and this is what the October one looks like. This is how I normally bullet journal anyways, but now I'm just making it into a printable template, and I printed it out. So I can show you what that looks like as well. This is my bullet journal. It's a cover, and I really like the ring binder version because I can swap out pages whenever it looks messy and I don't like it, and I can insert pages into whatever order I like. Just have a lot more control that way. Here is October in the flesh. Flip it and you get a grid of the daily calendar where you can put down events and dates. And this one is one I was testing. It's a wish list sheet where you can write down all the things you want. This is actually one of the biggest game changers in my finance life. It prevents me from any impulse purchases. I just write down any items that I want to buy. I make sure to keep it on there for a few days, and it also gives me a preview of what I'm looking to buy this month, how much money I'm looking to spend. But that was October, and I'm working on some other templates in between. This is what November looks like, also printed from the template. November's monthly calendar. And let me show you what it looked like when I used to do it by hand. So I've been doing bullet journaling for many years, and this is what it would look like. This is by hand, monthly calendar. So it's basically the same thing, and I have a few other templates that I want to make into printable templates. So yeah. On another note, in order to prevent myself from playing Animal Crossing all day and actually getting stuff done, I've been watching Animal Crossing gameplay / island tours in the background. My island is very much in the amateur mode right now. I think I've had the game for about 4 days or so. For 4 days, I've been putting a lot of hours in it. So if you play Animal Crossing, you should definitely DM me on Instagram with your Nintendo friend code or your Dodo code. Not really 100% sure what the difference is yet. DM me on Instagram if you play Animal Crossing, and I would love to come visit your island and hang out with you on Animal Crossing. Next thing I'm going to do is to take some photos of the templates I've just printed and put it up on my Instagram, the studio, Swang Studio Instagram, so I can get some flat lays. And I think I'm going to use these pumpkins as backdrop or flat lay items. Put a little face on this guy, and I kind of regret putting a face on him because it's a little creepy at night when I look over and he's just, smiling at me. But in the daytime, he's cute. I got some other pumpkins from Trader Joe's. They were like 69 cents each, and they make great tabletop decorations. Today's the day I finally wanted to film an apartment tour, but before I do that, I wanted to just rearrange these closets, because I've been meaning to move our clothing from the closet inside the bedroom to these closets out in the hallway, because I tend to wake up earlier than Julian, and it's kind of hard to get ready without waking him up. So we're gonna be moving that stuff around, also rearranging things. I definitely need to up my closet organization. So I need to invest in some organizational pieces there, but we aren't quite there yet. We've saved our moving boxes, and that's what keeps us sane so far. So today's kind of turned into like a get my life together kind of day, which I'm not mad about. I definitely needed it. It just feels so good to have a clean apartment. So yeah, I'm gonna get in this, clean all this up, and I can't wait for how good it's gonna feel. Good morning, you all. I don't know if I've already talked about this, but I've been kind of in a rut for the past couple of weeks. You know, just typical quarantine gloominess and just feeling a little burnt out from work, which is why this week I took a week off from work. I'm just working on side projects. But everything always gets a little worse in the evenings. The evenings is when I get the saddest. I think it's just because we have time to like sit down, and then you start thinking about the future, and everything is a little different in our current times. I know I can do things to boost my mental health. I haven't really been working out, reading, journaling, and my mental health goes downhill, and then I ask myself why. So I think it makes sense. I was just too busy with work, so this is good taking a step back. But one of my huge mood boosters recently has been getting Animal Crossing. That has been so fun and a good way to escape, so I highly recommend that. Another thing that really helps boost my mood is going for a walk in the morning to kind of pretend I'm commuting to work. I find that my mood in the evenings is so much better when I do this in the morning, so we're gonna do it today because we didn't do it the past 2 days. I think there's also a little bit of PMS going on because my period is coming soon, and I'm always extra gloomy the week before my period. I think this one's almond milk.
Yeah, now I'm confused. I think this is the almond one.
I think so too. Perfect.
Okay.
Woo! Oh, the whole thing was dark the entire time. Today I ordered 2 dark chocolate lattes, one with almond milk and one with oat milk, and Julia and I did a taste test trying to guess which one's which. And we think this one's oat and the other one's almond. I realized I completely forgot, so I don't have a way to check if we're right. But I like this one more, Julia likes the other one more, so it works out well. I've been working on this Coursera course for the past like 3 hours now. Time kind of just got away from me, and I am loving it. I highly recommend Coursera now. I'm working on my first project in my UX design class, and the class is through Cal Arts University. Right now the design prompt is to design an interface for a phone application, and there's a list of application categories that we can pick from. And I picked the prompt that was an app that finds a specific food within a given area. So my app I created is just an app that finds food in restaurants in your area based on your dietary restrictions, and this is what I got going so far. Warning, I'm an amateur. It was recommended to take a graphic design prerequisite before this, and I did not, so I'm learning InDesign as I go. But luckily Adobe actually has a lot of built-in tutorials that teaches you almost everything you need to know, so they did a really good job with that. It's really intuitive to use as well. This is my mood board. A lot of food, fresh farm to table, nature elements. This is the color palette that I'm working with, and these are the fonts that I've chosen so far. It's called Food for You, and this is the description. And I think the description is in the font Quicksand. That's all I got so far. That took me 3 hours, but it's also because I'm learning InDesign from scratch, and I was fumbling around for a bit. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break right now because it is almost lunchtime and I'm gonna play some Animal Crossing. So I haven't been drinking as much caffeine lately and I'm finding that caffeine is hitting me a lot harder when I do. But I gotta say, the caffeine makes me feel good. I feel positive, I feel energetic, I feel motivated. Which is kind of freaky because caffeine is like a drug. But I love it. I love it. Also, I don't know if you noticed, the style of this vlog is a little different, a little less edited, a little longer. So in my head, I have a few categories of videos that I like to film. One is just a long, rambly vlog, which is what this is. For me personally, I love watching longer vlogs. I love just putting it in the background as I'm cleaning, doing dishes. So I think for these type of vlogs, I'm going to title them Long Vlog. The next type of vlog I have, which I really like as well, but they're a lot shorter, is like the kind of video editing that maybe Casey Neistat does. Not saying my editing level is up there with him, but how it's a lot more edited, there's a lot more perspectives, a lot more cut up, a lot more curated, which is nice. It's more cinematic, but it's harder to make a longer video because there's so much more time and effort that goes into each clip. So I've been doing a little bit of that for some of my vlogs, but for these longer vlogs, which is what this video is, I think I'm gonna minimize the editing. And the benefit of these types of videos, I think they're more raw, real, and paint a better picture of what my life actually is like. So another crazy story, I met a subscriber in real life. So shout out Mega. I was at Westman Bagels. We were both getting breakfast and she said hi to me, and it's crazy. Girl, you have such good facial recognition, because I was wearing a face mask and a hood because it was raining outside. So that was impressive. I guess Seattle's a lot smaller than I expected. Well, then again, I go to like the same cafes and restaurants over and over again, so I shouldn't be that surprised. I should expand my horizons, try new cafes, try new restaurants. I was in the middle of filming like a trying all the coffee shops around Seattle type of video, but I just keep going back to the same coffee shop.
First floor.
Good morning everybody, first things first, back on the grind, learning UX design. Still working on my project from yesterday. I've got 2 more days to finish it, so I'm gonna try to crank it out and hopefully finish it today. Good afternoon, it's Saturday. It was a good morning and now we're back here. Julian's playing some Call of Duty and I've been drawing stickers, editing some YouTube videos, and might play Animal Crossing next. So yeah, a nice slow Saturday. We were gonna go golfing, putt-putt golfing, but it's unclear if it's gonna rain. It's entering rainy season in Seattle. It's been cloudy for a couple of days in a row, and when it's cloudy and gloomy, it's so cozy, but all you want to do is just lay on the couch and not do anything, which is not great for my workout regimen or productivity, but that's okay because that's not our #1 priority anymore. It's something I only realized recently too, that you don't have to be productive to live a very fulfilled life. Actually, it's probably one of the lower priorities besides, you know, earning a living. But it's interesting, I was listening to this podcast, HBR IdeaCast, and they talked about how work has changed over history from when we were hunters and gatherers until the Industrial Revolution until now, and how as we've developed a stronger sense of scarcity as well. The podcast talked about how when we think about the hunters and gatherers, we think about how barbaric it was, disease, illness, hunger, but that's actually really not true. There was a lot of groups that had life expectancies just as long as you saw up until the Industrial Revolution, so they lived pretty long for people without doctors or medical care. But the biggest difference is the hunters and gatherers, they would work maybe 15 hours per week, you know, gathering, hunting for food, and they had as much stuff as they need, and they knew that whenever they were lacking, you would just put in a few hours of work and you'd be set for a couple of days. Before I listened to his podcast, I really thought of the hunters and gatherers as like a terrible time, barbaric, you know, you're always hungry, always hunting for food. But that wasn't the case. They didn't work nearly as much as we do today, and they had no sense of scarcity. Most of us work 40-hour weeks minimum, and we have this feeling of scarcity, like we always need to save money. Don't spend too much money. So yeah, it's interesting. Technology has advanced and we're supposed to be getting more comfortable, but I think we're getting more stressed and feeling like there is a stronger sense of scarcity than there was before.
Young age, trying to make a bit. Now that I'm up, they all on my dick. No contract, just never thrown a brick. Just trying to keep it cool like this ice on my wrist. God-given talent, been feeling blessed. Kept it 100 like an Asian's math test. Balling all day, I got it on lock. The way I'm flexing on